ETF fans, this is Alex Shepard with ETF Action, and today's daily video insight. I wanted to do a fun exercise in looking for quality stocks, but rather than searching for stocks using fundamentals, we're going to use ETF ownership to find those stocks. So without further ado, we will jump into the system. You should now be looking at the homepage of etfaction.com. Lands on our homepage. Been over this before. We've got a number of icons and sample fund reports. You can create a free account just by signing up. You'll get an account activation email to set a password, and you'll get a lot of fun free tools on our site. And if you do a 30-minute demo, you can get a full trial access for several weeks. So today what we're going to do is we're going to look for quality stocks. And what we're going to do is we're going to use one of our tools. It's our interactive tool and is the ETF stock screener. So what this tool does is it's going to take a universe of funds, whether it's a ticker list that I have or I use the ETF Action classification system, and I'm going to find stocks that are within this universe. And for today's exercise, quality, US large cap quality is what we're going to go with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my ETF Action category to equity US large cap blend. So we are now down to 263 total funds. But I want to narrow that to specifically quality ETFs. So I'm going to scroll to the right here, and under strategy, I'm going to get rid of all of those plain vanilla beta strategies. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of our tactical strategies as well. So now I'm left with just factor funds. You can see we're down to 173 ETFs. And now I'm going to do, from a selection standpoint, the factor that we're looking at today is quality. I'll apply that. And we are left with 14 ETFs. So why are we going to use this universe as our selection methodology? So what this tool is going to do is it's going to take these 14 ETFs that we're left with, QUAL, SBHQ, FTCS, DUHP, JQUA, FCAL, QLTC, and so forth. This list of ETFs. And they're all considered quality factor ETFs. However, they use slightly different metrics to define what quality is. But if we can find the stocks that are in common between all of these funds, or the most prevalent, then it means that those stocks are meeting the hurdles of not just, say, QUAL, but those stocks are also meeting the hurdles to make it into SPHQ or FTCS. So the stocks that are found in the most number of funds probably have the highest quality characteristics. So what we're going to do is we're going to load the ownership data. And what we have down here is 789 stocks total are in these 14 funds. And if we wanted to look at the most prevalent out of the 14 funds, we are sorting by number of funds right now. There are 3 stocks that are found in 12 of those strategies: Johnson & Johnson, Apple, and Procter & Gamble. So those 3 stocks are found in the most amount of those strategies up top, and thus we can assume that they are meeting the highest number of quality characteristic hurdles to fit into those portfolios. Let's look at some of the next names. We've got Visa, Microsoft are in 11 of the 14, and then Paychex and ADP are in 10 of them. And we do have other categories over here. If you'll notice, scroll in the columns, we can see that from an ownership perspective, $2.24 billion of Johnson & Johnson is owned by 12 of the ETFs up top. So 12 of the quality ETFs own $2.2 billion of J&J's market cap. Likewise, Apple, $3.8 billion. And we're just talking about these 14 ETFs. So anytime people are discussing ETF ownership and how much of a stock it owns, this is a tool that you can come in and see that. But for today's exercise, we've looked here that percent of free float, actually, let me retract. Percent of free float. So these 14 ETFs own 57 basis points of J&J's free float, so not very much. But this tool is great if you're a stock picker out there and you're looking to find stocks that fit certain metrics and you didn't want to go into the fact of I need to enter in my valuation multiples, my ROEs, my leverage ratios. The work has been done for you already by all of these ETF issuers by building these portfolios that follow these rules. So use that to your advantage and take a shortcut to find quality companies. And with that, I'm going to say have a great rest of the day. All the securities that I talked about today, they are not a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Talk to a financial professional before you make an investment decision. And if you have any questions, please send them to team@etfaction.com, or you can create a free account at www.etfaction.com within just a couple minutes. Take care.